Today, we're going to talk about common cover letter mistakes to avoid. All right. We're not going to get into like a really silly or very basic mistakes, but there are certain things that once you avoid doing in your cover letter would be very, very powerful, very effective, and in not professional world, but this is how I would call a killer cover letter. Killer doesn't mean bad. It means just that this is your secret weapon that you are sending out to get that job for you. But in order to create a killer cover letter, you have to avoid some mistakes that are commonly made, even for those who are very good at what they do, and sometimes they make mistakes, like the ones that we're going to discover. And first, I want to start with a message. Think about it as a relationship, okay? Like a romance. To get a boyfriend, girlfriend, a love relationship. The trick of starting a meaningful relationship is to find something of mutual interest and see how far it would take you. If your knowledge matches their interest and vice versa, it could be a start of a great friendship. And that is exactly what cover letters or resumes are for. So think about it this way. If you want to start a friendship or a love relationship, you have to talk to this person. And if the person likes you, you must have some kind of mutual interest, right? You must have something in common. And this is exactly what resumes and cover letters are for. You have to show them that what they need, you can provide. And what your passion would be developed in their organization. Then you have a mutual interest. So take the focus off yourself. Okay, so if you're going on a date and you're sitting there looking at the other person in the eyes, and you just go on and talk about yourselves and how great you are, chances are they won't like you. There's just no chemistry developed in that relationship. But instead, you can show why you're interested with stories that can inspire other people, and then you can solve other people's problem. Then there would be a connection with you and the other person. And we want to create a cover letter and a resume that can do the job for you. So be very careful. Writing a resume or cover letter is the first step of starting that relationship. All right. First, I want to look at some rookie mistakes. So rookie mistakes are mistakes that's made by newbies, okay, novice, people who have no idea what they are doing. They would make mistakes like this one. First mistakes would be skip a cover letter. Some people think that, they never asked for it, okay, so I just won't write it, okay? Or some people would think that nobody reads that anyway, so why bother? But I think resume and cover letter, they should go hand in hand, like they have to be together, okay? Because resume would be showing the hard data, okay, in a very short and concise way, your education, your experiences, okay? So that's very short document. But if the hiring manager or the future boss wants to hire you, they would want to know more about you, and cover letter would do the job, okay? It doesn't matter which order they read the documents. Some companies read cover letter first, some companies read resume first. But, resume and cover letter, they have to complement each other, okay? They are separate information. Separate information means that whatever you put on resume should not be on your cover letter, okay? Or if you put it on resume really, really briefly with not a lot of details, then you will want to put it into a cover letter to elaborate on the details. But the same information should not be on both documents. So resume and cover letter, they complement each other. The things that you didn't get a chance to mention because there's no space on your resume, you want to put in your cover letter, okay? So, and some simple things like an education background or something that does not require your mention in the cover letter, you put it on the resume, okay? So that's the idea. So you have to decide what information goes where. But skipping cover letter would not help you. I mean, it would help you because you don't really have to spend time writing a cover letter, okay? It just shows that you're lazy. But don't skip it. It's very important, okay? I mean, it just demonstrates your communication skills. So just spend some time, put together a cover letter. Number 2, spelling or grammar errors. It's really funny that some people would say that I am, sorry. They mention detail-oriented in their resume or cover letter. And then you have spelling or grammar mistakes. That just, make the people who read the resume or cover letter think about how detail-oriented are you, okay? So it doesn't matter if you're detail-oriented or not. No spelling or grammar mistakes. That's a rookie mistake. Don't even think that it's acceptable. It's not. It's a short business document. You have to make sure that it's perfect. At least spelling and grammar error free, so there's no mistakes on spelling or grammar. Number 3, generic cover letter. We mentioned it several times. Same goes for resumes. You don't want to write generic cover letter or resumes. Generic means that you write the same resume or same cover letter and you send it to multiple companies with the same message and same information. It's not good because every company, they are looking for different type of quality, different type of qualifications. So if you send out generic cover letter or resumes, that means that you are not serious about getting that job. So don't do that. Number 4, sharing details of every single experiences. So some people would think that, on cover letter, okay, resume, it's common sense that you don't share so many things because you only have that much space on one page. But every single experiences, a lot of people would want to do that. You want to include everything you have done in the past. It's not. It doesn't, cover letter is not for the function of writing your life story. Only the key importance, the key highlight of your achievement. And number 5, repeating your entire resume, okay? So I said that a resume and cover letter, they complement each other. But if you write the same information on your resume and you turn it into a paragraph form on your cover letter, then you are not doing the job. And you might as well just don't write it because you're writing the same thing but in different format. So don't repeat the same thing as you said in the resume and repeat it again on your cover letter. All right, let's look at another 5 rookie mistakes. And remember, those mistakes are not the one that we are going to discover today. I'm just going through some very basic ones just to make sure that you won't make rookie mistakes. All right. Number 6, sharing irrelevant information. Okay, it's very similar to sharing everything. Sharing something that has no relationship to the position that you are applying to is a failed communication. Resume cover letter, we are demonstrating our communication skills through marketing ourselves. If the first thing your future boss or hiring manager sees is you take the approach to write something that has nothing to do with what they want, what do you think they would feel? Okay, so you have to find a relevant points to demonstrate on your cover letter and your resume. Okay, number 7. And I see so many people doing that because the Chinese, some Chinese translation of cover letter would be 自我介绍 or 自传. So that's a misleading title because turning cover letter into an autobiography would be very, very bad because hiring manager does not care, okay, what school you went to or what major you study in. Why is that? I'll give you 10 seconds to think. On your cover letter, why would a hiring manager does not care what education background you have on a cover letter? All right, I'll give you the answer. Because you already mentioned that in your resume. So why would I be reading the same information again on your cover letter? So it's not your autobiography. I don't care about how many family members you have, okay? I don't care about what kind of hobbies you have, because unless the hobbies actually tie together with the work that you are about to do in the future. So let's say if you are selling mountain climbing equipment and you love mountain climbing, that's good. That's your hobby related to your future work. That's good. But if you like to play basketball, listening to music, and you want to be a, kind of like a computer programmer, then it has nothing to do with the job. Then don't mention it because it's not about autobiography. I want to learn about you, but I don't want to learn about you with the things that does not help the company. All right, so let's move on. Number 8, lack of research. Number 6 and number 8 should go together because the reason why we include irrelevant information a lot of time is because we haven't done enough research. We don't know what they want. So same thing as the last one. Generic cover letter usually would be the result of lack of research because we don't know what they want. Or I think worse for some people is that they don't care what other company wants. I just want to tell you what I can give you, but I don't care about what you need from me. So that's the worst marketer, that's the worst sales because you don't really care about the customer or you don't care about the hiring manager who are going to invite you into their team to work together with them. So research, very important. Number 9, going over one page. People said that I think 60% or 70% of the recruiters do not want to read cover letter more than one page. Okay, but there's also like a 40% to 50% of the recruiter don't read cover letter at all. It's because so many of them, they don't write effective cover letters. So eventually, a lot of recruiters just skip cover letters. But that does not mean that we as job seekers should skip because as professionals, we want to provide a very concise, effective sales documents for the company who are recruiting, and we want to include every possible methods and channels to showcase our talents or skills. So cover letter would be short, concise. Resume would be short and concise, but on the point. So you don't want to write something that's too long, but you want to keep all the important information onto one page. Number 10, and this is something that I really, really care about. I don't want any of you to lie about your resume or cover letter. Okay, so lying about your accomplishment and work history I think it would damage your career. it would discredit your reputation. So, I mean, there's always a better way of phrasing an event, okay? There's a better way to communicate your skills through word choices or sentence pattern structures changes that there's like, more creative ways to show something, even if it's like a very minuscule or small things that you might think, but you can make it sound like a professional or work-like experiences. But lying is not a way to go, okay? So if you really do have problem, and think about, something so small and simple, can I turn it into a work-like experiences or professional message? The best way is to find someone who's good at describing, someone who has good communication skills to look at the way you describe things and modify it for you, but don't lie about it, okay? That's one thing that I really, really care about, because for a lot of times that I read some message from my companies, because I have to interview and recruit a lot of talents. Sometimes you just can clear out, because the information they put together in a resume and cover letter don't add up. There's some information missing, or there's just no evidence to back up that claim. So it's very difficult for people to trust you again once they discover that you are not being 100% truthful to your cover letter or resume. So just don't start your relationship with a lie or multiple lies. So that's one thing that you should really keep in mind. Always a good way to describe simple things, but don't describe it with a lie.